Good morning, students. Welcome to Vidya Setu, the YouTube channel of our school. Today we are going to start a new chapter from physics, force and laws of motion. In our previous chapter about motion, we have studied about the different types of motion, uniform motion, non-uniform motion, and the representation of motion by graphical methods. So in this chapter, today we are going to study about the force and its types and the first law of motion. So let's start our class. So force is a pull or a push on a body. Forces are used in our everyday actions like pushing, pulling, lifting, stretching, twisting and pressing. All these actions, they require some kind of force to happen. Now, effects of force. We know that force cannot be seen, but it can be judged by the effect which are produced by the force. So, what effects a force can produce? So, students, a force can move a stationary body, an object which is lying at rest. So, a force can move that object. A force can stop a moving body. Suppose a ball is coming and you have stopped the ball by applying the force of your leg. So, a force can also stop a moving body. Force can change the speed of a moving body. If a body is moving with a certain speed, if we apply force, the speed of the body can change. Either the speed will become higher or it will become lower. Force can change the direction of a moving body. Okay. Suppose a football is kicked by a person. It is coming in a particular direction and you have applied the force of your leg to change the direction, as we can see in the game of football. Different players, they apply different force on the football and it leads to change in its direction. And a force can change the shape or size of a body. So these are the effects which a force can produce. Force can move a stationary body, force can stop a moving body, force can change the speed of a moving body, force can change the direction of a moving body, and force can change the shape and size of a body. So students, for learning the effects of force, we have small mnemonic which is triple S D. Three times S and D. So first time S, it represents the shape and size of the body. Second time, the S which is written second time, it represents the speed of the body. And the third S represents the state of the body. State means whether it is at rest or it is in motion. And D is for the direction of body. So effects of force means triple S D. Shape, size for first S, speed for second S, and state for third S, and D for direction. Okay, students? Now let us study about the balanced and unbalanced forces. So forces are generally of two types, balanced forces and unbalanced forces. So when the resultant means total, forces acting on a body is zero, the forces are called balanced forces, and a body under the action of balanced forces does not change its position. So if a body is under the force of balanced force, it will not change its position. There will be no movement. Okay. Suppose there are two boys. One boy is moving a box from one side and another boy is also applying force on the same box from another side. If one boy is applying 50 Newton force and the other boy is also applying 50 Newton force, then the box will not move in any direction because the forces are equal on both the sides. So such type of forces are known as balanced forces. And if the total forces acting on a body is not zero, then the forces are known as unbalanced forces. And unbalanced forces can move a stationary object or they can stop a moving body. If one boy is applying 50 Newton force from one side and the other boy is applying 20 Newton force from the other side, so what will happen? The box will start moving. Okay, so such type of forces are known as unbalanced forces. Now we will study about the Newton first law of motion. So Newton gave three laws of motion. The first law of motion is also known as law of inertia. So according to first law of motion, Newton's first law of motion, a body at rest will remain at rest and a body in motion will continue to be in motion in a straight line until an external force acts on it. It means a body which is at rest, it will remain at rest, and a body which is in motion, it will be in motion until and unless we apply some force on the body. Suppose a book is lying on the table, it is at rest. So the book will be at rest until we apply the force of our hand to pick up the book or move the book. This law is also called law of inertia. Now what is inertia? Inertia is the property of a body by which it resists. Resist means it does not allow or it opposes a change in its state of rest or of uniform motion. Okay, so it is the property of a body to resist any change in its state of rest or motion. Inertia depends on the mass of the body. If the mass of the body is greater, we have to apply greater force to bring a change in its state. So if a body has more mass, it has more inertia. So inertia is directly proportional to the mass of the body. Now students, suppose two suitcases, they are lying on the floor. The mass of one suitcase would be 100 kg and the mass of other suitcase would be 80 kg. So which you can easily move? The one with the less mass. Okay, and the suitcase which has more mass, you have to apply more force to move that suitcase. So inertia depends on the mass. More mass of the body, the more would be the inertia. Now for example, a cricket ball which is a very heavy ball, it has more mass, more inertia than the rubber ball of the same size because the rubber ball has less mass, so it would have less inertia. Similarly, a big stone has a greater inertia than a football, or we can say a small stone. Alright. Now students, here is one experiment to show the Newton's first law of motion. For this experiment, what we have to do, we have to take a glass tumbler and we will place a thick square card on the mouth of the glass tumbler. Now we will keep a coin on this card in the middle. Okay, so this is the setup of the experiment. Now what we have to do, we have to flick the card with our finger. Okay, so here in this diagram you can see this is the glass tumbler, this is the square card, and we have kept one coin in the middle of the card. Now we will flick this card. So here you can see the card moves away and the coil falls into the glass tumbler. Now why does it happen like this? Now students, initially both the card and the coin were in the state of rest. Both were at rest. Now when we hit the card changes its state from rest to motion. The card will come into motion, but the coin will not come into motion. Due to inertia, it will remain at rest. So the force of our flick, when we flick with our finger, the force only act on the card but not on the coin, and thus the coin would continue to be in a state of rest, due to which it falls down. Okay, so here this card, the force will act on only on this card. This card will move away, but the coin would continue to be in a state of rest due to its inertia of rest. That's why the coin would fall into the glass. Now, if there were no air resistance and no friction to oppose the motion of a bicycle, then according to first law of motion, a moving bicycle would go on moving forever. It would not stop by itself. Suppose a bicycle is moving, if there were no force of friction to oppose the motion, because we know that friction is the force which opposes the motion of a body. A ball is moving on the ground, after some time the ball stops. This ball stops due to the force of friction which is acting on the ball from the opposite side. Now, if there were no friction and no air resistance, then according to first law, the moving bicycle would continue to move forever. It would not stop by itself. All these, we can say, uh, observations or the phenomena are due to the property of inertia of a body. Now students, we will discuss certain questions based on the first law of motion. The first question is, why do we see dust particles when a hanging carpet is beaten with a stick? So when a hanging carpet is beaten with a stick, the dust particles start coming out of it because the force of the stick makes the carpet move to and fro. Only the carpet is moving, but the dust particles, they tend to remain at rest. Okay, and due to this they separate out from the carpet. Why the dust particle, they tend to remain at rest? Due to their inertia. Now next question is, why does fruits and leaves fall from a tree when it is shaken vigorously? So when the tree is shaken vigorously, it moves to and fro slightly, but its fruits and leaves tend to remain at rest. The leaves and fruits, they do not want to move and they want to remain at rest. Due to this, the fruits and leaves, they fall from the tree. Now why the passengers fall backward when a car or bus suddenly start? You must have seen that when a car or bus suddenly starts, we fall backwards. Why does this happen? It is also due to the inertia. Okay, the passengers tend to remain in their state of rest even when the car or bus has started moving. Originally, both the bus and the passengers were at rest. But now the bus has started moving, but the passengers, they do not want to move due to their inertia, and hence they fall backward. Okay. Similarly, why passengers fall forward when a running car or bus stops suddenly? Due to the inertia of the passengers tend to remain in their state of motion. When the bus is moving or the car is moving, then the passengers are in a state of motion. And suddenly when the bus or car stops, but the passengers do not want to stop, so they fall forward due to the property of inertia of motion. All right. Now, when a car or bus turns a corner sharply, we tend to fall sidewise. Okay, so it is also due to our inertia or tendency to continue moving in a straight line. We know that inertia is the property of the body to remain in rest or in a state of uniform motion in a straight line. Okay, so that's why when a car or bus turns a corner sharply, our body wants to continue in the straight line. That's why we fall sideways. So this was all about today's class, students. Today we have studied the force, effects of force, types of force, and the first law of motion. Thank you for watching. See you in the next class.